Retro Reviews. Today we're going to continue on our recent videos on handhelds. Today we're going to go ahead and focus on the different Game Boy Advance systems that we have presently in our collection. We're going to start with the Game Boy Advance, the actual first one that was released in 2001. We're going to move on to 2003 when they changed the body mold of it, made it a little bit different, more comfort level, to 2003 to the SP, which is called the Game Boy Advance Special. And then finally we're going to move on to the Game Boy Advance SP released in 2005, which improved on what the limits this one could do. So that's what we're going to talk about right now, the Game Boy Advances. Let's go ahead and give them a closer look. Alright everybody, we're going to go ahead and give a closer look to our Game Boy Advances in our collection. We're going to start off in 2001 when the Game Boy Advance was released here in the United States. What a really nice system. Actually, the body type, the frame, it actually resembles a controller, an actual controller in your hands. And I didn't really know this, but as I read up a little bit on this, this supposedly has a 32-bit processor in it. I had no idea, but I could admit the games that look really nice. Let's just go ahead and describe a little bit about it. It has the L and R buttons, which is on top. Again, it resembles a controller that you would have in your hand when you're playing a video game. The only difference is the screen is here, but it's very nice. The L and R, really nice. A nice directional pad, very nice. Start select buttons right here, A, B buttons right here. Here it had the link cable that you can connect to another system itself. Over here you have a headphone jack. Here you have the this is the power button right here. Here you had, since this right here did not have a backlight to it or front light to it, it is in color. They sold an accessory that looked like a type of a worm. And what would you do is you connect it right here, would feed off the battery from the system, and it would go ahead and post a light right here to the screen to give it light. So it was really nice, ran on 2 AA batteries. Lifespan was pretty good unless you continuously use the light accessory to it. The light is actually what killed a lot of the batteries on these things. But very nice. 2001, the Game Boy Advance moved up from the Game Boy Color, from my understand, prior to this, but a very nice system. Also was backwards compatible, so you can go ahead and play regular Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, and the Game Boy Advance games. Really nice. Released in 2001. Then we moved on to 2003, where they go ahead and they just reshape the whole mold of it. It's pretty much the same thing. It came out in 2003 called the Game Boy Advance SP, SP standing for Special. What really, I thought it was much better than this one in my sense, even though that one was nice as a controller, but this one was much more comfort, gave you better comfort level to carry, to be portable. You put it in your pocket, very nice, didn't take much space. It was really nice. The screen is very nice. It had a frontlit to it, which actually was a big improvement over the first one since it didn't have, so you didn't have to get the accessory for that. So it had a front light to it. Here goes the directional, the A/B button. This would be the button that you would press to activate the light to the screen. You had the start and select buttons right here. Here's the little speakers right here. Here you had the, looks like the power button right here. Over here will be the sound, right? This is where you would put actually the different games. Again, backwards compatible as the Game Boy Advance. You can play Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, and Game Boy Advance games, and Game Boy Advance SP games. Nice little tongue twister right there, but very nice. Again, nice comfort level. Also, this one for some reason did not support a headphone jack. I don't know why. Why did they not include that in this? I don't know. Really interesting. But the other part about it also, this had a rechargeable battery to it. You didn't have to buy the AA batteries as you did with the Game Boy Advance itself. This one had a rechargeable battery. Came with a nice interesting looking plug for it, as you can see. Try not to focus, don't mess up right there. Connect it to your, you plug it into your wall or whatever, your socket, and then it would go right into this area right here. Wouldn't take too long to charge, but very nice. Nice lifespan on it. I didn't put a game on it, but let's see. Let's turn it on. As you can see, a little difference on it, and this is how it would be without. So it's very nice. Very nice. I don't think usually you can hear when it comes on. This maybe because I had the sound down. There you go. I didn't put a game on it, but it's really nice. It's definitely a big improvement over this one. I didn't turn this one on. Let's just turn, even though I don't have a game on it. As you can see, nice in color, nice screen to it, but you can see the difference. And just about the same size screen. Very nice. Okay, so now in 2005 they went ahead and improved on it again re-released the SP as the Nintendo Games Advance SP AG101 or AS101. This is the 001. This one right here, released in 2005, improved on this one. Again, no headphone jack though, of course, I will note that, but it will improve on this one because this one not only included a backlight to it, I mean a front light, this would be the front light to it, but it included a backlight to it, which gave you more visuals on the screen, which was very, very nice. So let's just go ahead and put them side by side, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, you can see the differences. This one right here is front light. This one's full backlight and front light. Very nice. This one right here, again, no light whatsoever, but very nice. All very, very nice. This one you would need the accessory, but again, this one at least gave you a headphone jack. Why wouldn't they include a headphone jack on these? I don't know. I'm really, really interested on that. I don't know if I mentioned, but here goes the L and R buttons to add to the other two buttons that you had in the front right here. As far as this one, also had them up here. So really, really nice. We're gonna go ahead and give them a final thoughts.
Here you go.
All right, everybody, so we're gonna give final thoughts on the SP series here at in our collection. Again, we discussed the Game Boy Advance. Really, really nice. This one right here fits as if it's a controller in your hands, has a nice little screen to it. It has all different accessories and different modifications that you would need to make it really, really nice. Again, I really like this one because it looked like a controller in my hand. So it was really nice. It had no backlight to it, no front light to it, so it was in color. It was also compatible, backwards compatible with the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. Very, very nice. This one ran on 2 AA batteries. Very, very nice. Then in 2003, they released this one again, which is the Game Boy Advance Special. This one had a front light to it, made it a lot more comfort as far as so you could go ahead and have it as a portable system. Really, really nice, I have to admit that. The only knock I have on this right now, and this had a front light to it, so it was nice also. It was also backwards compatible with the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. But this one right here also would knock this one, and I think the other one was the fact, I don't know why they did not include headphones, a headphone jack for this. I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I don't remember anything here that indicates that we can have a headphone jack for that one. And then finally, 2005, my little prized possession right here that I just recently got from my buddy at Brooklyn Video Games this past weekend, Esteban. A big shout out to you. Brooklyn Video Games always comes through for me. Anyway, I picked up this one. This is the AGS or AS101, I'm sorry. This is the 01 that was released in 2003. This one improved on this one by giving you a backlight and front light, which brought out the screen even more. Also rechargeable batteries to these two right here, which was also a nice little comfort to that. Again, no backlight though. I'm not sure why. That's the only knock I can really see on this right now. But the screens are very nice, very colorful. I'm really, really a big fan of the Nintendo. And we will continue with some more Nintendo. We're going to move up to the next series, which is the DS. That'll be coming up soon. But again, thanks for watching, everybody. Those are our thoughts on the Game Boy Advance. Give us a thought back. Let us know what you think of these things. What your experiences were with the Game Boy Advances. I'm pretty sure you probably have some good ones. Maybe you had some bad ones. Just let us know. We definitely like to talk retro. Also, check us out on our Facebook pages at RodzSquad Retro Reviews. You could also find us at the Retro Gamers Hub. Any type of retro gaming system pages that you have on Facebook, you will be able to find us. But definitely thanks for supporting us, watching our show, and stick around, watch. We're coming back with some more stuff. We're moving on to DS time. See you guys next time.
It looks like Frogger Advance. Now let's keep moving.
Doctor?
Oh, that's fine, nurse. That's just Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Now, moving along.
Yeah. Hey, is that Spider-Man?
Game Boy Advance, more games, more fun. Rated E for everyone.
Have you seen my shorts?